qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Let's talk about Tszyu versus the field, right? Also, his 154-pound compadre. Talk about a couple guys at 54 who can move up. Last night, you seen the performance by Tszyu, which was a really good performance in my opinion. A lot of the guys was getting behind. Love to see that. A lot of black fighters was getting behind Terrell Goucher and said they was hyping up Tszyu a little bit too much. And I thought Terrell Touche might have upset him. I had like a little feeling, but I've seen some of Tszyu before. I haven't seen a lot. Opposition wasn't great. Said he only had 35. Only had 35 amateur fights. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't think his father would let him go out there if he wasn't ready, right? And him traveling the board, abroad. I know his father probably wanted to come because of COVID, and the older you are, the more at risk you is if you didn't come out and see him there. But I don't think he'd trust him. Trust the trainers and the cut men and everybody that's around Tszyu if he wasn't ready. And a lot of people kind of was hating on his performance. You know what I'm saying? Or say, oh, Goucher wasn't good, but Lubin just had fought Goucher to get a title. To get a title, basically a title shot. It's eliminated. It's an interim title shot. So if the guy, if whoever win undisputed, if it's Charlo or Castanos, don't fight him next, or drop the belt, he becomes champion. So I mean, one more could you ask for, right? So at that point of view, man, I think he's in a really good position, man. And one of the things I like about him, man, I'm starting to kind of get drawn more into the pressure fighters these days because it ain't too many of them left. It's a handful of them, and he was able to close the distance off on Terrell Goucher. You don't really see nobody really batter, really push Goucher to the ropes like that. He a big, strong junior middleweight. You don't really see nobody pressure him. And once Tszyu got tasted his right hand, even though he kept getting hit with it, which that's something that he got to worry about, work on, and that was squaring up with his shots. But once he got hit with it, you know what I'm saying, he was able to take it, bro. Because he didn't see it coming. That's exactly what it was. That's the punch that really gets you. When you don't see it coming, that's the punch that truly hurt you. But you look at the feel for him, it's a good one. And his style, honestly, his style makes a classic with Brian Castanos. Two guys that don't take a step back. That's probably one of the better fights in boxing. How many times in boxing today we see two, really pressure fighters go in there and it bang because it ain't too many left. You think about it, but I ain't talk about somebody like Burchett who like the pressure, but just he like to keep you at the end of the shot. Somebody that get in a phone booth and they able to operate like Chavez or Duran or Hagler when he get in there and they start turning you, like Luis Castillo, somebody like that who get in there and they start spinning you and slipping inside and they really banging. That's gonna be a war, like some Jake LaMotta type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a war. That might be the best. That might be the most. That might be the can't miss fighting boxing is him versus Brian Castanos. That's probably that's a great fight. Big strong kid. People say, "Oh, he ain't do nothing special." You know what I'm saying? But anytime you're able to bag somebody like Terrell Goucher up and do it at your own pace, that's special. It's because people don't. A lot of these dudes just start watching boxing, bro. It's been a long time you've seen somebody like that. They do the same thing with Better Biev. He do the same exact shit. He just able to break you down and make you give up ground. And that's kind of what Tszyu did on like a lower level. Only thing I really could say that has to change is holding the phone and stop squaring up. He got to hold that phone, because he started fighting dudes that see that right hand. You can't keep taking right hand, so he got to keep that hand up. He got to and keep that chin tuck, which he did a solid job. But he got to keep that hand up, keep that chin tuck, and stop squaring up. And he got to use the jab. I had to use the jab yesterday and doubled up on some shots. You know what I'm saying? It would have been over with. He picked his shots. And credit to him, he picked the land. Even when he, they probably didn't count some shots that it landed, he punched through the guard. But just imagine he learned to double up, you know what I'm saying, then rip the uppercut and come back with a left. So his combination punching could be better and learn to double up shots. Once he double up shots, Goucher would have been knocked out, even though he did really knock down Goucher and then counting. Had he doubled up the shots, bro, he would have knocked him out. And had he stopped squaring up, he wouldn't have got hit. But Goucher was throwing them get off me punches. That's how he was really getting hurt, But see so many people pushing back like that. But looking at the field, bro, I think the dark horse in this division is two of them. Might be three of them, but Yovis Gomez, who just had to pull out. He was on the Vito White Magic Melanecki card on Christmas. He might be the most talented fighter at the division. Yovis Gomez is stay the fuck away from him. I'll just say that right now, and that's for everybody. Charles Conwell is somebody that's really, really good, man. Spar with boots. Really good fighter, inside fighter. And Brandon Adams coming down to 54 might be a problem. I think those would be three dark horses. But, I'd probably stay the fuck away from them if I was him. But excuse my language. But other than that, bro, him and Cole Clyde would be a good Cole Clyde. He gave Andrade a really good fight. Who else you got to hear? To share that'd be a nice, good fight. He said he don't want to wait on Castano Charlo winner. He want to remain active, and they said he been active. Said he fought 5 times last year. When you got 35 amateur fights, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to make up that experience by staying active. He said them dudes fight once and twice a year. By the time he fight again, they'll be ready to get in the ring with him. So last year he fought 1, 2, 3. He fought 3 times last year. Dennis Hogan, Steve Sparks, Takashi Inoue. In 2020, he fought 2 times. So he been fairly active, bro. So, yeah, he need to get back in that ring. In the pandemic, he fought twice. It'll let you know everything you need to know. In 19, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So, yeah, he gotta make up that. And that's kind of what the tip boots on. Jerron Ennis just he fighting. People say you ain't fight nobody, but every fight is experience. Every training camp that come with a fight is an experience, and he's staying active, and that allows him to make the weight. But and then you talk about him fighting Charlo. He got the style to beat Charlo, but can he get away from that right hand? And right now I don't think he's ready to get away from that right hand. He can probably take it for a little while, but even though he telegraphed it, Tim Tszyu is squaring up too much. If he Jermell can't take pressure. That's the problem with Jermell. He can't take pressure, man. Even when he was with Ronnie sticking and moving, guys who pressured him getting problem. But the problem is he's still proficient enough to hurt you. His conditioning is so good that soon as you get tired, he just never get tired, bro. If it was fight night, his conditioning would be 100. So that right hand eventually gonna leak in on Tim Tszyu, and he probably gonna get put him to sleep. But it'll be a good fight because Tim Tszyu gonna push him to the ropes and be beating on Charlo. He got some heavy hands too. Want to say he got one punch knockout power, but he got some heavy hands, so that'll be a good fight. But Jermell will be favored in that fight. Him and Castanos, I'd probably say Castanos will be favored because of his experience. But that's probably the best fight there. Is depending on what happened with Charlo and Castanos is style wise. Tim Tszyu and Castanos, man, that's a barn burner. But talk about some dudes coming up. Oh yeah, my bad. Fondor Lubin. Fondor always tough because you gotta punch up. He talked about that a little bit. Fondor always tough because you gotta punch up, but his style will be interesting versus Fondor. If he can take the punch without cutting and swelling, he have to really think about him is he like to take single shots. With Fondor, you gonna have to double it up, and then double, triple them shots up, and then rip the uppercut upstairs. But that's a difficult fight too, even though he ain't been looking good in recent fights. But I think he got the power to hurt Fondor too. So that's a good fight. Him and Lubin, a really good fight. I think Goucher caught Lubin attention one time, and then Lubin got back on his P's and Q's. But Lubin movement and hand speed gonna give Tim Tszyu problems. The question is, can Lubin handle that pressure and not get caught? or Lubin got power too. If Lubin can hurt him and make him think twice and make him, make him think twice about coming in and being more methodical to get inside, because he not one of the dudes that move his head to get inside. He one of the dudes that hold his position, and come behind a good guard. So it's a question, bro. But Lubin can hurt him. That'll make it a lot easier. He can box it without hurting him, but it's a good fight too. It's a real good fight, man. Either one of them can get knocked out in that fight, to be honest. So, I mean, and then I think Lubin give you a southpaw look too. So, I don't know. All of them good fights, bro. But him and Lubin will be interesting because Lubin athleticism. Lubin's athleticism is a problem for him. But down the stretch, it had to be, if Lubin don't hurt him down the stretch. The championship rounds is where Lubin gonna either scave him off or Lubin gonna lose it, because he don't waste no energy, bro. If you watch the way the kid fight, he don't waste shit. He's optimizing everything. He's very patient. He pick his shots. So, he ain't gonna waste a damn thing. I'm gonna be like dude like Chris Rock Daddy from Everybody Hate Chris. He's very cheap when it comes to his energy. So now him and Tony be a good fight too. But down the stretch, same thing. The difference is Lubin better conditioned than Tony down the stretch. The 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th for Tony Harrison. If he don't hurt Tszyu or knock Tszyu out, it's danger zone. A lot of times those pressure fighters step it up. They some of the most high energy fighters in boxing. If you look historically, they really started to step it up, and they really have a workhorse type of mentality where them championship rounds, they get bigger, stronger, faster. You look at the Chavez and Mildred Taylor fight. So, yeah, that's a good fight, too. Tony Harrison will probably, be doing good in the first 6, 7, 8, 7 rounds. Behind the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably get difficult for him. But like I said, it's a lot of good fighters there. You talk about some of the welterweight guys that could move up there. You talking about a guy like Errol Spence, right? Errol Spence had a lot to say last night. He's rooting for Terrell Boucher, and I love it. I love it when the brothers stick together. And that'll be a good fight, too. Everybody bring up Castano's beat him in the amateurs, but I still ain't I still ain't seen nobody seeing footage of it. So, but that's a good fight. That's a good fight, bro. And Earl was saying they hyping old boy up a little bit too much. And yeah, I'm looking at that too. I'm like, well, shit, you gotta understand, he a legend. He a legend. So a lot of people naturally don't go against Tszyu, and because he ain't from here, from Australia. Most of you motherfuckers even see his daddy fight. One of my favorite amateur fight was him for the gold medals when he fought Vernon Forrest. So most people just remember the chicken dance. Somebody got knocked out. Most people just remember the chicken dance that Zab did. But like I said before, I see things a little bit different. I look like he'd be a world champion, but you never know. But I think he can compete. But him and Earl Spence would be a good fight. Earl gonna have to buy. I don't know. Depending on how Earl move up. If he's strong, maybe they get fighting in the phone booth. But he gonna keep that dude a big kid, bro. He gonna keep that dude up off you, bro. What's that song? Whoa, back up off. That's a big dude. People don't really understand. People looking at him and say, oh, he's so basic and this, that. Man, sometimes basic is better. People don't like better BF. That nigga ain't wasted no energy. None. He wasted no energy. And when he learned to stop squaring up and keep his hands up and his backhand up and hold that phone, he learned to double, triple up. He getting better. And he getting active. Tszyu ain't gonna, send his son over there without him. He good. He believe in him. That's the first time I knew he was the real deal, when his daddy ain't come over there with him. Daddy letting the coaches coach, but him and Earl be interesting. You gotta see how Earl do when he move up. he might be strong and vibrant and all. He might be better. Should be better, you know. So it's another good fight. You know, him and Terence a good fight. That's a fight that's more likely to happen with Crawford being the WBO champion. And rumor is if Charlo winning all the belts, he could be moving us. Another good fight. Do Crawford got enough to keep up off? He kind of remind you of the Lubin fight. You know, but that's the difference. Difference is we don't know how Bud take the punch at 54. That kind of remind you of the Lubin fight a little bit. Enough speed, probably enough power to keep Tszyu off you, enough boxing ability and movement to keep him off the platform and keep him thinking. But down the stretch, like I said, historically, the Jake LaMotta's, the Durans, the Chavez, the Haglers, they get stronger. And down the stretch, you in there with a bigger, physical, stronger man for Terence Crawford. Do you got enough to keep him off of you? Do you got enough to get his attention? If he hurt him, if Tszyu the type of fighter to say, well, you know what, I got a plan B in my box, or all I do is got a plan A and I just got to go out on my shield, be interesting. But, big kid, pressure fighter. And like I said before, him and Castano's used to jab, they'd be virtually unbeatable, bro. They'd be hard to be beat. But yeah, it's some good fights, some money out there for him. And more likely, the Crawford fight is more in his future, possibly, than any of them for right now. So that's a good fight. Get a 54-pounder, 47 going to 54. Get to introduce him up there, but he gonna have to hurt Tszyu early on. If a Tszyu, he gonna have to pressure Bud and be smart about it. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Just comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Don't forget to check out my Detroit channel right on YouTube. Mercy Sports Talk, more sports news and entertainment. Peace.